Hello, dummies. This past Sunday, the Broncos lost by 1 score again for the 8th time in 9 games, losing to the Titans 17-10. You know, we were coming off a bye week and I was thinking, here it is, the turning point. Here comes the tides of winning, just coming through and sweeping us away, and here we go, Super Bowl, baby. Of course, right? No, actually, those tides instead came just crashing down on us, which is the reason for all our injuries. How about that theory, huh? Well, let's break this down, I guess. 1, you guessed it, injuries. After Sunday's game, we are now tied for first for the most players on the injured reserve. That is right. And actually, we are tied for first with the team we just played. You gotta love some irony when, you know, you're just depressed. But as far as cap space on IR, far beat out the Titans by about $20 or so million. So don't worry, we got that first place locked down. We have so many of our key starters out, such as Garrett Bowles, Tim Patrick, Javonte Williams, Randy Gregory, Justin Simmons, KJ Hamler, Baron Browning, Josie Jewell, Jerry Jeudy, Caden Stearns, and I am not even halfway through that list. Our offensive line is essentially decimated. I mean, no wonder Russell Wilson got hit 18 times in this last game and sacked 6. Essentially, the Denver Broncos is made up of our second and third string players. You know what? Even I got a call to come on in for this next game. So it's a tempting offer. Stay tuned this Sunday to see if I accepted it. 2, our offense. I mean, I feel so bad for the offense. Oh God, they just can't catch a break. Okay, for instance, it has been 13 consecutive games where there has not been an opening drive touchdown. And this is the longest active streak currently in the NFL. Not once did the Broncos enter the red zone on Sunday. The 131 points the Broncos have scored so far in these 9 games are the second fewest in franchise history, right behind 125 points in 1966. The Broncos are in fact the worst in the NFL based on points scored per game. At this point, I would argue to say, and it's a pretty convincing argument, the worst the offense has ever been. Like, how did we go from this crazy offseason till now? It's so sad. I'm delirious. Even with a $250 million quarterback, we couldn't manage to score more than 1 touchdown on Sunday. And this is not because the Titans defense is like mad talented or anything. Oh no, oh no. In fact, the Titans pass defense is the second worst in the NFL. This sucks. It just sucks. That is all I got for you. It just, God, it sucks. 3, the defense continues to ball out, baby. Coming into Sunday, all eyes were on Titans running back Derrick Henry because he was #1 for rushing yards in the NFL. He had 5 consecutive games with 100+ rushing yards, and in 6 of his last 7 games, he scored a touchdown. So, story of the week. Can the Broncos hold back Derrick Henry? Oh God, yes we did. We held Henry to only 53 rushing yards and no touchdowns. That is only 2.8 yards per carry. Not in D-Town, baby. Not in Denver Town or Des Town. In 8 total games, our defense has held each team to under 20 points. Our defense ranks first in points allowed per game. But then, you know, we are last in points scored per game. The last NFL team to finish with the fewest amount of points allowed per game and the fewest amount of points scored per game was the Steelers. In 1946, almost 100 years ago. Okay, maybe it's more like 70 something, but 100 just really hits for that dramatic flair, you know? 70 still sucks. It really does. Either is not a fun time. But never say never, we are not done. That statistic does not apply to us yet. Moving on. And 4, What does this mean for Nathaniel Hackett? I literally have no idea. Since the 1970 merger, there have only been 4 coaches to not finish their first season as head coach. The most recent being Urban Meyer last year with the Jaguars. Since we have new owners as of like 20 days ago, it is highly doubtful that they're gonna want to see their $4 billion toy they just bought continue to lose. So what kind of statement are they gonna make in their first year as owners? You guessed it, I have literally no idea. But silver lining, we are not the only team in the NFL wanting their head coach fired. You know who else does? The Raiders. It's like we tried to warn them. Sucks when you're right, you know? Heading into our next game on Sunday, we face the Raiders, and there actually might be a sliver of hope because Raiders quarterback Derek Carr's overall rating is the lowest since 2017, and his completion percentage the lowest since 2015. So this guy might not have his mojo this year, and that's what we're gonna take advantage of. Yeah, because that's what you do in sports. And on top of all of this, there is still a 3% chance of making the playoffs. You heard that right. Listen, 3% isn't always bad. That's like, you want 3% of your overall credit limit used, I think. A 3% chance of rain on your wedding day, that's a great thing. Let's think of it that type of 3%. Great, cool. Broncos country, let's ride on the 3%.